Oh, I gotta start this. Hello.
Nick, you're in charge tonight.
Everybody, welcome to another session of Corporate Crash Course. My name is Cody. No, wait. My name is Nick. I'm going to be the CEO tonight as we do something a little different while Cody has a bit of time off. I'll be the CEO while we play Hostile Work Environment, which is another Grant Howitt special, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I'll let these two introduce themselves, but not the characters yet, because we'll do that in a moment.
I'm Mike.
I'm Mike. We're all Mike tonight.
Everyone's Mike.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this. I'm not Mike.
That's why Cody doesn't let us introduce ourselves anymore.
Well, if we have characters, he does. I think.
Sometimes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just living as Orville lately.
Who knows?
Too long.
Yep.
Too long is the right
I'm excited to play this. I'm excited to give Cody a bit of a break, and although it would have been fun if he could play, but I think there'll be some of this left over for Cody and Chris to join us on another time. We'll see how quick you guys manage to break out. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna bother introducing the game too much. I think everybody will kind of pick it up as we play, but it is a very Corporate Crash Course-esque game. It is a business setting. Business horror, I think, is the tagline, something like that. So that's how we're gonna play. And instead of me setting the stage, would one of you like to read the email? I didn't prepare you guys for this, so you'd have to scroll back up a bit. Does one of you want to read the email that you got from?
Do you have that readily available?
Sure. We received an internal memo from the Office of Strategic Transitions, the Corptocracy, to all staff, formerly Joy & Sons Limited. Dear valued associate, as part of our ongoing commitment to market relevance and optimized reality convergence, we are pleased to announce that Joy & Sons Limited has been successfully absorbed into the Corptocracy, effective retroactively as of Q1, actual dates forthcoming pending temporal accountings clearance. The strategic acquisition ensures our continued mission of synergistic human capital harnessing while enhancing our multiversal reach into new and emerging revenues dimensions. Please note, identity restructuring is already underway for applicable personnel. If you're reading this, you're considered applicable. To ensure a smooth integration into the Corptocracy's post-organic workflow ecosystem, attendance at the following mandatory alignment session is required. We've also received a calendar invite for the event titled Orientation, Compliance and Devotion Phase 1, hosted by Middle Management Entity for Friday at 4:30 in the sub-basement level -3 conference room Ouroboros, and this was with mandated enthusiasm from Mara Stenson, the VP of Harmonization and Flesh Logistics at the Corptocracy.
Thank you. And that calendar invite for Friday at 4:30 p.m. is what you two good corporate citizens are avoiding by hanging out in the break room, where you are making office small talk with each other introducing yourselves, unless you knew each other ahead of time. But I think, it's a big company. Probably seen each other. You haven't actually met before, so you got to introduce yourselves. Obviously, give your job title, and then the usual: how long you've been with the company, what are you doing this weekend, all that fun stuff.
Mike, I think you're up first.
Well, of course, I am Mike, just to make things easy. I am the VP of creating useless job titles. So I've been around for a good 10 years now. And this weekend, I'm planning to go hunting, the most dangerous game.
I am Zoe. Again, for simplicity. I am our compliance manager at formerly Joy and Sons Limited. And I've been with the company a few years now. And yeah, this weekend, I'm gonna go gamble away the last of my money.
Not a good time for downsizing then, eh?
No, it's not a good time for downsizing.
All right, so while you awkwardly chat with each other, avoiding the meeting, wondering what's going to happen to your roles and the company as a whole after this takeover that's going on, you receive an email. You imagine it might be a follow-up, maybe some meeting minutes from the meeting. Mike, you wanna take a turn? Or you want me to read this one?
If I can go find it, I will read it.
Just came through.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. This is an internal email from HR Compliance Cluster D to all staff. Subject: Policy Update, Executive Engagement Incentives, Bill 665B. Dear employees, in alignment with recent legislative developments under Bill 665B, the Corporate Predation and Incentivization Act, we are pleased to announce an exciting new performance bonus initiative effective immediately. Under this new framework, executive level personnel, VP and above, may now take part in sanctioned employee pursuit events on designated company property during non-critical operating hours. These events are designed to enhance morale, sharpen leadership instincts, and foster a culture of transparency and healthy competition. Please note the following guidelines for employee clarity. Participation is presumed. Opt-out requests will be considered symbolic only. Event zones will be clearly marked in accordance with occupational hazard disclosures. See attached blindfold map. In-play employees will be selected randomly based on key performance indicators, lateness records, and ambiguous tone in Slack messages. Injuries sustained during gameplay will be considered voluntary contributions toward team cohesion metrics. Employees selected for pursuit are encouraged to run with purpose, demonstrate strategic initiative, and remember this is an opportunity to be seen by upper leadership. Questions may be directed to HR. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for a response. Thank you for your compliance. Darla Muse, Director, Internal Opportunity Culling, the Corptocracy. Ow, that's a mouthful.
You both at the same time receive that on your phones. Maybe take a look at it. Take a minute to process. Look around. You're in kind of a small break room adjacent to the kitchen, but with a kind of a divider door there. And actually, as you look around, you notice. You hadn't kind of picked up on it before. There's always those workplace safety posters that are very colorful and noisy, but you're never quite sure what they actually say. But you do notice on the doorway a sign in yellow with kind of black letters. This is an event zone on the doorway.
Like we're in an event zone right now?
It is marked on the door to the break room that you're in that this is an event zone. Yeah.
Does it say at all what event?
It does not. That email is what you have.
Is there an attachment to the email? It says there's an attachment.
Yeah, let's see this blindfold map.
Okay, yeah, you pull it up on it's like a PDF.
Is it corrupt? The file corrupt?
You actually get a warning from IT that you're not supposed to open attachments from unknown senders. No, it's it opens up. It is a map of the building you're in. Basically, like an emergency exit type map. So it has permanent walls marked, but the dividers, cubicle dividers, those sort of things are not marked on the map. It has, it's familiar to you. You've been working in this building for a little while now before the takeover. Or at least it's mostly familiar. There are a few things that you note are different. For some reason, the what you would call the cube farm, which is kind of the main office area, is running off the edge of the page almost. It's like they zoomed it wrong or something like that. You keep scrolling and you can't get to the wall associated with it, and that's unfamiliar to you. The server room is blanked out, which you've seen on certain maps for security. It's basically just that entire floor, besides like a small reception area, doesn't have a floor plan layout. But you don't see anywhere that is not marked as an event zone until you get to the ground floor, which actually includes a, not to scale, but an outline of the parking area. You have a gated parking area here because it tends to fill up, and the shopping mall across the street, sometimes people come and park there, and the company doesn't really like that. So that is marked with a border where it says event zone ends. As in, the event zone ends when you're off company property. You are on basically the break area floor. There are a couple of small meeting rooms here, but for the most part, there is a kitchen, a larger, almost cafeteria seating area, and then some smaller break rooms like you're sitting in. It's pretty quiet right now because most people seem to have answered to the meeting. As you kind of sit here scrolling these maps and looking at things, you do have a window out looking out over the parking lot. It's a little hazy out today. Sun's shining, but it's kind of that kind of hazy, not quite fog, but things don't look as clear in kind of the near distance. And all of a sudden you see someone, leaving the building. They look like they're running very quickly, like to get to their car. Maybe it is actually the meeting. Well, actually, it's 5:03. Meeting ran, you think a little long. People are quitting.
5 o'clock on Friday. Sounds like it's time to go to me.
Yeah.
I assume we have an elevator.
Yes, there is an elevator. As you you exit out into the kitchen. Kitchen is quiet, except you do see, you both know Janine from facilities. The kitchen is kind of her domain. She's just quietly spraying down, wiping the countertop. Although it doesn't ever seem to be all that clean. The kitchen sits between break rooms and a few supply closets. The microwave is always humming, and it's always a little bit warm at all hours. Um, Smells as you step out here like burnt oatmeal a little bit. Coffee's
Are you
on.
gonna say microwave salmon? Just getting
That
worried.
was what I was expecting to.
Yeah.
So it could be
Yeah,
worse.
not today. No, Janine does a good job of keeping fish out of the microwave. You think that might be why she hovers and pseudo cleans the countertop very often, so she can catch that before the fish really.
That's in.
And she kind of looks at you, gives you a knowing nod, and you proceed into the hallway toward the elevator.
I will say to Janine, have a good weekend. My favorite, what should I call her? Shoot, I'm blanking. I'll just call her a custodial engineer.
Sanitation engineer.
Sanitation engineer.
She
in charge of cleaning and chemistry.
It is a science, really.
It is, yeah. She kind of looks down at her badge that says actually sanitation technician level 3, and kind of smiles at you and nods. That's not one of your conditions, is it?
No, I'm just the VP of useless job title, so I got to make sure to get those out.
Right.
In hopefully a better, more clever way.
She nods at you and she says, "You have a nice weekend too." She has kind of a raspy voice. You think maybe from the chemicals, or maybe from yelling at people who are about to put fish in the microwave. Let me know if you need any help this afternoon.
No, I think we'll just take off. After all, it's quitting time.
Okay.
5 o'clock somewhere.
You head for the elevator block, and you almost don't notice it because you're, kind of on autopilot. Time to head home. Go to push the button, and you find that the elevator button panel has been removed. Not like busted out, like hole in the wall. Wires are dangling in the electrical box, but the button panel itself has been removed. It's a block of 4 elevators, so there's 2 buttons kind of between each pair of elevators. You turn to look at the other one and find that it also has been removed.
In what
strange.
sense? Like broken out or like carefully dismantled?
Carefully dismantled, like it's under repair, but the elevators themselves, the doors are not, roped off. Like you've seen elevator repairs, you've been here, Mike's been here 10 years. You've seen the safety equipment and that sort of thing. This was precisely removed as if for repair, but there's no indication of repair.
Maybe we better go down to maintenance and speak to the head screwdriver and screw technician.
Would they even be here? It's
good point.
5
o'clock on a
o'clock.
Friday.
A Monday problem.
Yeah, I think this is
I'll
a
just go to
Monday
the
problem.
You round the corner towards the stairs, and coming towards you down the hallway is someone who you don't recognize, but whose posture indicates that maybe you should know them. Maybe this is an important person. They're dressed in a very crisp, clean suit, but oddly wearing like blue latex, like medical sterile gloves, carrying a small briefcase. He notices you, and starts walking towards you.
Does he look to be wearing an employee badge?
He does not.
Whoa. Before you proceed, I'm gonna need to see your employee identification.
Oh, of course, he says. Yes, I wouldn't lose that or misplace that. I prefer to keep it safe here in my briefcase. I find the lanyards give a messy appearance. I'm Mike, by the way, new executive of surgical precision in place at the Corptocracy. It's nice to meet you. He doesn't hold out his hand.
Ah, what a coincidence. My name's also Mike. Put her there, and I will hold out my hand.
Whoa, we shouldn't be giving names without valid employee name badges present.
He nods at you appreciatively. There's a small in this hallway, a small like decorative console table. It has a little flower on it. Maybe some stationery in case someone's walking by. Plops his small briefcase down, flips it open. You see surgical equipment in this briefcase. There are scalpels, syringes, needles, some small vials of who knows what. And resting neatly in the corner is an employee badge, which he proceeds to hold out to you.
I read it.
It matches
Do we
what
have
he
an
says.
operating theater somewhere in this building?
Not that you're aware of.
Must be part of the new
I'll ask
renos they're
Mike.
doing.
They put in a new operating theater?
Oh, no. This is actually part of the new incentive program here, at the Corptocracy as part of the bill. You were at the briefing, I assume.
Of course.
It would be disappointing if you didn't. Of course. Well, I appreciate your cooperation. If you'd like to step into one of these break rooms, actually, I've been trying to meet some of the employees around here and understand, what, for lack of a better metaphor, what rot needs to be excised in order to improve our performance and reach our goals as an organization.
Well, Zoe here is the compliance manager. I'm sure she'd be able to tell you all about that. Zoe, I'm going to continue on to the stairs.
I would love
presumably
to.
left someone in the lurch.
Yeah, I think that fits.
I would love to follow you into this room, as you've instructed me to. However, as the compliance manager, there is some business I must tend to ensure that all employees are complying to the new memorandum that has just been submitted. And I am going to ensure that everyone is participating in these new activities. So, if I find anyone lurking about the halls where they shouldn't be, I will send them your way. And I will walk away doing the opposite of what I was told to do.
All right, so you both gain some tangle for that. It's a D3, so you can roll
Right.
a virtual, or you can roll a D6. And
Oh, I've got
That
a
was a
D3
one.
in here. Don't you worry.
oh, there you go.
That was a
Um,
3.
Oh, there you go. You're ready. However, as you're both, I believe, you're not implicitly doing something dangerous to solve a problem, but this is a dangerous situation that you're trying to avoid. So I'm going to, I'm going to get you to roll to see how you can extricate yourselves. Now, there is risk to working together, and it doesn't sound like you're really cooperating. So you can take these as two separate roles. You'll just take your totals separately, or you could imply that you're working together. And if you roll doubles, then you're spoiled.
I really feel like I wasn't working together with Zoe on this. I was
He left
absolutely
me.
throwing her under the bus. So I'll
It's
just
a
see what I
D6,
roll.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a d6.
Ooh,
5.
That's good.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you've both appealed to Mike here's sense of order and precision and hierarchy. You step away towards the stairwell, and he kind of looks on at you, and as you're walking away, he says, "Excuse me, before you go, was there anyone else on this floor who I could potentially speak to?" My incentive schedule does designate that I remain on this floor, and well, I'd like to make the most of it.
There shouldn't be anyone else on this floor, as they were all headed downstairs. So if there is anyone, you should let me know, because that would be non-compliant to our current mandate.
I'm
Anyway,
just
see you
going to pretend
around.
I didn't hear him and keep going for the stairs. It's after 5.
All right, you head for the stairs. It's around one more corner. You do, as you're walking away, you hear a click. You're not sure if it's from the briefcase or what. I don't know if you turn around to look or if you just
I'm
out of sight, out of
gonna
mind.
keep going
Okay.
because I don't want to pause, because he might jab me in the neck with a syringe.
You make it to the stairwell, the door to the stairwell. It's a push door. It has that warning only for emergencies, alarm will sound, whatever, but you know that that's not true. You've used the stairwell plenty of times, and no alarm actually goes off. Whether the sign is for as a deterrent or for compliance, and it's never actually been hooked up to an appropriate alarm. Compliance manager probably knows that.
It wasn't in the budget to get the actual alarm.
The signs were cheaper, yeah.
We never should have fired that sign manager.
As you make it to the doorway, you both get this kind of metallic taste in your mouth, almost, and you look up and you notice maybe a mist coming out of the vents. But as you step into the stairwell, you catch your breath, maybe feel a little woozy for a moment, but you have safely made it into the stairwell.
Was there a fire
Sorry.
drill today? That was strange.
Sorry if you already mentioned it, Nick, but what floor are we on?
The floors really go by the name. The numbering
By
is
feeling?
yeah. The numbering is is kind of
God.
inconsequential. You might be on like
It's consequential
floor
to us walking
6,
down the stairs.
floor 7. Oh, nobody uses the stairs.
So, how many flights of stairs do we need to walk down to get home?
You think it would be 6 or 7, but some of these stairwells, are not up to code. There were additions to this building that you don't necessarily recognize.
Is it one of those dumb
They
buildings
don't
where
lead
one
out.
set of stairs only goes down a certain number of flights and then you have to go across to another set?
Yeah,
I've been
you
in a
look
building
down.
like that before. It was awful.
I don't know what
Some of the
architecture
floors
I
were
just
added
read.
later.
That's what it is when you add stuff later, then it's like, oh yeah, I need to go down this set, and then I need to go all the way across to get up the next set, and then I need to go. It's then there's a catwalk for some reason.
Maybe we can just catch the elevator on the next floor down.
Oh yeah, maybe the other side of the building's elevators work.
Yeah, you
Is
never
there
know. I
another
mean,
set of elevators?
you believe so. You tend to stay in your wing for the most part. You know, you come in, take your elevator that's closer to your desk, and
We
get
just
there.
hit the one button and that's it, and we don't pay attention to anything else.
Head down, do your job, don't get fired. Everything
Yeah,
seems
the
to go smoothly.
elevator's weird where they're like, we can't fit the whole floor name, so we just put little symbols, and we're like, we're on fish.
Well, the button mapping is different on some of the elevators because some of them are the service elevators that have like the back entrances. Some of them will go to the secure floors and some of them won't. So, you know, some of them you need your access badge, some of them you don't. It's a bit confusing. And you know, there's that one corner that's like subleased out to another company,
Nick,
and
how have we been in business since? Well, never mind. We got bought out. It makes sense now.
yeah, yeah. You look down the stairwell you're in, kind of, you know, you look between the railings and you can kind of see. You like, you don't know if the haze has gotten into the building or something. You don't see the bottom of this stairwell.
That's okay.
don't
We're just
know.
going down to the next floor. Or at least I'm just going down to the next floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off before I enter a haze, I think.
Okay. You round this one flight of this spiral staircase, come to a door very much like the one that you came in from, except this is now a pull because you're on the other side of it. You open the door to the cube farm, a vast expanse of identical workstations in precise bureaucratic infinity. You've visited before. You know, you're at this point, your seniority means that you don't work in the cube farm. But lately, it feels like no matter which way you go, once you come off the elevators, you're not actually getting anywhere. Just rows and rows of ergonomic chairs and coffee rings on papers on desks.
They should have been using coasters.
Every time, every time you visited, including right now, you hear printers running, but you've never actually seen one on this floor.
What a waste
Yep.
of paper.
And someone once told you that there's another break room around here somewhere, but you know, just hearsay. You don't really know what's going on. You have been told, and actually, there's signage on the kind of corners of the blocks of cubes. Do not mark paths. As you step out into the cube farm, you hear the regular printer noises, the typical murmur of conversation and tapping. That piece is a little bit missing. So your ears are maybe a little more well attuned as you hear what sounds like a scratching pencil from one of the cubes, maybe down 4 rows.
No, that's a good point about the printers. I'll have to hire a manager in charge of fibrous inventory management.
Are you
Look into that.
in charge of any hiring or just designations?
Well, I create the job titles.
And then someone has to fill them.
Yes, and then they get filled, I presume. I've been
And
doing
now
it
we
for
know
10
where
years.
our budget is going.
4 new jobs created a day.
That's my KPI right there. So can I locate the elevator in this cube farm?
You know, you're in theory at an edge, right? The stairwell was on an outside wall as far as you could tell. So you feel like if you just walk straight from where you are back to this door, you're either going to hit an elevator or another wall.
Well, seems as good a place as any to start. Geez, we're already up to 5:15. This is overtime now.
Add your salary.
You start walking. As you pass the row where you heard the pencil scratching, you hear kind of a whispered, "Hey, hey, who's there? Somebody there? Did you pass cubicle 8429 yet? Where are you coming from?"
I don't know.
I'm gonna look. Are there numbers on the cubicles?
The cubicles are numbered. Yes.
Oh,
Looks like you're in the
Have-
5,000s.
no, we haven't. We're
And then
just
you
trying
hear
to get to the elevator. Do you know where that is?
Well, I think so.
Why are you whispering?
Were you not at the meeting?
Of course I was.
But then I'm whispering. Get out of the hall. Come here.
I'm trying to. Look, it's now 5:15. That's time to go home. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can deal with it
So-
on Monday.
So I was at an appointment that could not be rescheduled. So I got here right after the meeting. Can either one of you two fill me in?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm trying to focus.
Focus
And you hear
on
the
the
pencil scratching.
elevator.
Well, indirectly, I've been working on this for years, and I think I have a way out.
Wait, years? What? Have you never?
Are you
gone
both still
home?
standing outside the cubicle having a conversation with the
Absolutely.
cubicle? Okay, cool. How could I? This place, it's not right. I read books on non-Euclidean space, and it doesn't even begin to explain what's going on here.
I don't recall creating a job title for an architect. You're not an architect, are you?
No, if I were an architect, I'd probably have tried to find a window and jumped out of it, stuck in here.
Wouldn't an architect build their own window instead of trying to find one?
Oh, wait, maybe that's it. The sketching picks up to a frantic pace.
I think you've been here too long today. Let's clock out. Yeah, why don't you join us? We're just on our way down to the parking lot now. And I'm just gonna keep walking away.
You know the way out?
I assume it's the same way out it's been every day for the last 10 years.
So coming out of the cubicle, crawling out of the cubicle, and kind of trying to stand up, was a man. You'd say late middle aged. Obviously, from the way he's kind of pulling himself up, he was sitting under the desk of the cubicle. He has like 5 or 6 sheets of paper, very kind of grubby looking, as if they've been written on and erased a few times. You catch a glimpse, and it almost looks like a floor plan, like a map. He is not tall, pretty skinny, and kind of squints down at his pages, scribbles a little bit, and says, "Okay, you know how to get out of here?"
Well, I was just gonna go try the elevator. Something's wrong with the button upstairs, but I'm sure it's working here. Look, you're clearly overworked. Let's just take these. I'm gonna try and take the notes from him and leave them here I'm going to try and place him down on his desk.
He does not let go of them easily. Are you going to try and force take them from him?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You are. Okay. He tries to keep them to himself. Are you going to try and convince him, or just like pull them away?
Oh, very well. I'll give up. This is too much work. It's after 5 after all. I'm just going to keep walking towards where I think the elevator is.
Okay. He follows you, scribbling. You see, he stops every now and then and like looks at a number on one of the cubicles, scribbles a little bit, runs after you. Um, at one point, he stops and he says, "Wait, wait, wait! Do you hear that?" And then you hear. You don't hear anything when he says that, but about 5 seconds later, you hear a bang echo from like around a pillar that leads to another stretch of cubes. You imagine a bang like an explosion, a small explosion.
Perfect. Someone must have put a pencil in the microwave again.
Feels like a Monday problem. Where's the elevator?
um, you walk and for a little while longer, and then you hear shouting from a little ways behind you. Can't quite make it out at this point. But it sounds like in a cop movie, like the "everybody get down," and then another bang.
Oh, God, this is going to be a whole thing. I better get it. I'm going to start walking really fast towards the elevator.
um, you do that as you do. Your friend kind of trailing behind you. Zoe, you're still tagging along too, following Mike.
I am not going to follow it. I'm going to slink and get under a desk.
Okay. All right. Um, you do that. Mike, you don't care about that?
Nope.
Okay.
She wants
Zoe,
to
are you
stay here
getting.
and deal with whatever's going on. She is welcome to, but that feels like a whole lot of paperwork to me.
I don't think we can get to the elevator fast enough.
Are you getting Tangle for this, Zoe? Is this something you're.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, unless you counted a strikeout on your own,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so.
then yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. You're keeping an eye on the hole, the row in between.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye, but try and make sure I can't be seen. So if there's like a crack I can look through, that's ideal.
Okay. Mike, you carry on for a minute or two more. Your pal, who you haven't actually asked his name or his job title, I don't think.
He doesn't care.
I assume he's the head of Mad Scribblings.
Oh, well, there you go. That's you know the job title already. You don't need to ask. Um, he at one point he says, "Hey, I think where'd the other one go?"
Oh, maybe she went to join the party. But it's after 5. We just gotta get out of here and call it a day. And whatever the heck is going on up here, we'll deal with that Monday morning.
Okay. You start to hear footsteps coming behind you, like not quite running, but also not walking, muffled somewhat by the carpet. Zoe, I'm gonna get you to roll to see how well hidden you are. You can spend Tangle
Yeah,
if you
I
wish.
can. Dice. Yeah, how much I can roll? I can spend 1 to get another d6, right?
Yeah, 2 will give you 2d6,
That's-
and then if you go up to 3, you add a d10 instead of.
Okay. Added another d6 and I get a 4.
A 4. Okay.
So that's
I think
5
it's your
total because I get to add
total.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. You add and pick high
Okay. So
for
that's
this.
the
Total
4
is if
then.
you're working together.
Okay. Then I've got 4.
A 4. Okay. Yeah. So you remain hidden, but you will take stress, which you can pay off with your tangle when you have a moment to breathe, which is not right now because you catch your breath as you hear the footsteps coming. They pause for a moment, kind of almost at a corner, and then run out. And you catch a glimpse of combat boots, cargo pants, jogging down. You're still under the table, so you don't get a view
I
of
see
the
knees
person's
down.
full. You see knees down for now, but as you watch them continue running down the hallway, you get a glimpse of like a full SWAT, like tactical vest, carrying a small, like an SMG or some sort of small gun. I don't know if that's really in compliance manager's jurisdiction, and a helmet, hair kind of pulled, long hair kind of pulled back, and cat ears on the helmet, as this person goes at kind of like a tactical jog, keeping the gun on a swivel, um, after your pal.
I listen. Do I hear anybody else following this guy?
No.
Hey, when I feel confident that he's gone far enough not to hear me or turn around and see me, I will slink out and go back to the stairs that I came from.
Oh, you're going back to the stairs. Okay. Um, yeah, you quietly slink out. Meanwhile, um, Mike, the steps that you're hearing are getting closer, um, and you were moving with purpose towards where you think the elevators might be.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Like definitely a speed walk. I want to get off this floor before whatever nonsense is going on finds its
um,
way to me.
your friend seems a little nervous and starts kind of like pulling at your shirt, like, "Hey, we should hide. I I don't I don't think we're gonna make it in time."
Hide from what? We're just heading out for the day.
As you say that, um, you hear a shout that sounds very strong but still feminine, saying, "Hey, stop running! Stop resisting!" And then you hear a tink as a small cartridge bounces off coming around the corner, bounces off a cubicle, and you look down, and I don't know, does Mike play any Call of Duty or anything on the weekends? Or I mean, Mike's a hunter. Mike probably knows about weapons and things like that. This looks like maybe a flashbang grenade.
Can I kick that anywhere?
you you certainly can. I think that would probably be a roll, though. That sounds like a dangerous
That makes
solution to a
sense.
dangerous problem.
That sounds like an action to
That's a
me.
5.
A 5 without a hitch. You kick. You turn. Your pal starts panicking. You kick the flashbang grenade, and it careens up and around a corner as it bounces off another cubicle, and you hear it now very solidly. It's around a corner, but it's still loud, and you see bits of a cubicle divider kind of fly off because there's still an explosion going on here. Um, and you hear the same voice shout, "This is not team building!" And swinging around the corner, you see the same SWAT geared up woman that Zoe saw sneak past, and she's swinging the SMG in your direction, looking for a target.
Oh god. I'm gonna turn and run into the nearest open lateral direction. If there's a hallway, great. If not, it's a cubicle.
Okay. A few steps ahead of you, there's like a proper wall, not a cubicle, that opens around to a hallway that you imagine might have small meeting rooms or phone booths or something like that in it. So you make for that. I'm gonna get another roll from you. Don't forget you have your tangle.
Sprint.
I got a 6.
Oh, there you go. You duck around the corner just as you hear open fire. Your friend doesn't follow you. You're not sure what's going on. But
I'm
then you
running.
hear you're running. You hear the same booted footsteps chasing with occasional shouts of uh, you need to cooperate with your team.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. What do I find along this hallway? Yeesh.
There are phone booths, as you kind of expected. There's like an alcove, like not like Doctor Who, that sort of phone booth. I'm talking
Yeah.
like a little call booth where there'd be a screen for if you not want to disturb your cube mates or whatever. And then there's one kind of small meeting room, like whiteboard on a table with 4 chairs type of thing. And then it's open at the other end out to more cubes. It's like one of those almost support pillar was there. They decided to build a hallway with some meeting rooms around it. But really, it's just in the middle of the cube farm.
I'm going to make for the cubes.
Okay. You do that. It sounds like the person who was hunting you is not following directly. They might be like waiting around a corner. Meanwhile, Zoe, you have made it back to the stairwell. You guys hadn't come that far, so yeah, you're back at the stairwell. And what are you going up or gonna go down again?
Down, and I want to get as far down as I can before I get into any like Mr. Fog.
Okay. There's as you proceed down, there's no tangible fog necessarily.
Then I'll just keep going.
Yeah, it's clear. All right, I'm gonna get you to roll. How's Zoe, the compliance manager's cardio?
It's great.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say roll 2d20.
2d20.
Yeah.
Gosh. She does CrossFit. Unlike me. I don't.
Well, we'll see if you're on a rest day or if you had a tough workout this morning.
What's the d20? Yes. Yeah, 7 and a 14, so 21.
21. Okay, you manage 21 floors before you start to feel a little out of breath, a little tired. Mike, you come back out into the cube farm. Don't see any windows off in the distance. It seems to be going on for a while. But actually, as you come out into the farm, you see around and back to your right, almost back where you came, weirdly, but maybe it was hidden around some corner or something like that. Another kind of hallway block that looks like it might have elevators in it.
Does it look like a dead end as I come up to it?
No, it's similar where it's kind of like built into the middle of the building.
Okay, I'll go. I'll check it out.
Okay. Just booking it or trying to sneak now? Are you just booking it? Okay.
Does this count as running from my problems, by the way?
I would say yes. This is indeed a problem, and you are indeed running from it.
Aha, 3 this time.
Nice. Zoe, 21 floors down. Are you still continuing?
Are there any windows on the doors? Like a little thin window or anything to the different floors?
No. These are just solid steel doors. They do all have marked on them. What did I say? Event zone. This is an event zone on all of them.
If I don't hear anyone else in the stairwell, I will pause for a moment to like catch
Okay.
my breath before I continue.
Okay. Yeah, you can take a minute to listen. It echoes in here. I mean, as you know from running down it, you're not hearing anything as you catch your breath.
Catch my breath and then down we go.
Okay. Carrying on down. Mike, you're at the elevator block. You don't hear those booted footsteps. Actually, as you make the break for it, you hear another explosion and a short burst of gunfire, kind of off back the way you came. You're wondering if maybe your buddy broke the other direction and drew some attention.
Well, I have a question
Rescued you.
related to that.
Okay.
Would this count as letting someone down when they need your help?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you made him come out from under that cubicle too. He was fine if you would have just stayed there.
Oh, only one this time.
Was the karma.
You come to the elevators. The buttons appear to be intact. This block is just 2 elevators side by side, single button.
I'm hitting the button anyway. Let's go.
Down, I assume.
Down, yeah.
Okay. You hit the button.
Just get me off this floor to start. I'll hit both.
You hit both. Whatever arrives
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a coin? You want to flip a coin?
Coin.
Heads is up, tails is down.
Yes. So I guess that's up.
Yeah, an up elevator comes first. You gonna hop in?
Yep.
Okay. You hop into the elevator. This is a service supported elevator, so it has buttons on the back, buttons on the front. You see about 15 buttons. They're just like the circle buttons with the glow around them. I guess they assume you can count.
I'm gonna hit the one for the ground floor.
You're just gonna hit the bottom button
here. Yep.
Lowest button.
Okay. It's not marked. You don't necessarily know.
Have I ever used this elevator before?
No, this one is. You're familiar with the 4 block that was. It goes to your break room, your desk. That's your elevator block. Blinders
Bottom
on.
button. Here we go.
Bottom button. Okay.
I know there's at least 3 subfloors in this building. Oh, I have a map. How many subfloors are there in this building?
The map seemed to denote 5.
5. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I like these odds. Bottom button. See what we got.
Bottom button. Okay. You hit that button. Zoe, I'm gonna get another 2d20.
19 and 20. 39.
Sorry?
Ooh.
19 and a
39.
20.
39. Okay. Yeah, you're feeling good. You're warmed up now.
Get me out of here.
You get down, and you almost think that it's not the haze anymore. You think you're seeing this stairwell bottoming out. You're counting in your head, like, why have I never taken the stairs before? This would be a great workout.
Yeah.
37, 38, next floor, 39, bottoms out, and this has a door, the same as all the other ones.
Come on, garage. I will listen with my ear up against the door before I open it to try and see if I can hear any commotion on the floor.
You listen at the door. You do not hear any commotion.
Okay.
You hear a faint sound of like lobby jazz. Like
That's going to be
like a little,
so eerie when I go through here.
a little funkier than elevator music, but basically elevator music. And Mike, by the way, there's no music in this elevator.
I will
Excellent.
slowly open the door but not go through it and just let it be open a crack and listen before I go through, just to see if anything happens when I first open it.
Okay. You cautiously crack the door, listen, and faintly you hear typing, as if someone with, long fingernails typing on a keyboard. Um, Continues, doesn't change, doesn't stop. They must be typing like a whole novel or something like that, because it just keeps going.
Kind of peer in and see what I'm seeing on this floor.
Okay. You crack the door a little further, and you see the lobby. Bright, airy, perfectly clean.
This feels like a
The
trap.
the furniture here is stylish, but seems inconsistent. It seems like the interior designers are always making changes, almost even as soon as you have your back turned. If you make small talk in the lobby and go to sit down, the chair that you were sitting in might not actually be the same as it was before. Always somewhere between modernism, brutalism, and mid-century. Um, you never got to know the reception personnel. They all, that there's different people who worked reception, but they all kind of blended together as you kind of pass through here. Everything's glass to the entryway. The reflections never seem to quite reflect what's actually opposite to them. And there are signs requiring that all visitors sign in, even if they did not intend to arrive. As you step out or open the door, you hear an elevator ding, and the door slides open. Mike, you counted floors as you were coming down, watching the light go. There were more floors than there are buttons in this elevator. But the door slides open, and you're presented with the lobby. Sitting at the reception desk, smiling at nobody, the lobby's empty otherwise, is a woman, not young, not particularly old. Her smile is a little bit vacant as she continues tapping at the keyboard in front of her, watching the door.
Watching the door, is she?
Greet anyone that comes in, She's the face of the company.
Hello and welcome to Joy & Sons Limited. The corptocracy. Please sign in.
She's been here a while.
Mike, I'll say, actually, you know what? I'm going to get, this isn't like a risk roll, so this will just be a success or failure. Just both of you roll for me. D6, please.
1.
Okay.
A 6 and a 1.
Oh, you got a 6, Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay. Zoe, actually, you might have had a talk with this woman before. You think her name is Melody, and she's one of those, like, she knows all the rules and tells you to follow them, but like will, if you're nice to her, you bring her a coffee, something like that, she might kind of give you a wink and recommend how to get around a rule or something like that. How does Mike feel about seeing Zoe, who just ditched him with Mrs. Swat up on the cube farm?
He ditched me first.
Where is the staircase in relation to the elevator?
So the elevator is kind of the block that you come down from, opposite and back. It's like behind the reception desk, sort of.
Okay.
Whereas the stairwell is closer to the front door, like in front of the reception desk and across.
Do I see Zoe there even from here?
That's true, actually. How open have you pulled the door yet? Are you walking out, Zoe?
Now that I'm like, okay, I think I see Melody. We're pretty chill. I am going to just start walking towards the door. And as I go, I'm just gonna be like, just doing a coffee run, Melody. You need something?
Oh, that does sound lovely. I think I'm on my way out myself shortly, but I would ask that you please sign out just for record keeping.
I'm gonna be right back with the coffee. Don't worry about it. And I try and just keep going and do the opposite of what I'm told.
Okay, as you are kind of turned talking to Melody as you're walking towards the door, you almost run into someone coming into the door, and you're kind of so you're forced to step back a little bit, stepping up to
I'll hold the
through
door for them.
And they don't like almost don't even register looking down at their watch. This is a young man, immaculately dressed, not too formal, but not disheveled casual or anything like that. Moving very briskly with an assistant tailing him with a schedule calendar book coming on. And the one discrepancy you notice with this person as they kind of barge past you is a fencing saber in a whatever tied to their hip, basically. And he kind of looks up from his watch and back at you and says, excuse me, I don't really have time to deal with this right now. Are you running late? Are you what? Please come in. And he kind of like puts an arm around you to try and guide you into the
I will
building.
hold firm and not move with his arm while holding the door and say, oh no, I'm not late. I'm early, so I'm doing a coffee run before we start. Did you need anything?
I'm going to have you roll on that.
Okay. D6?
Yeah. And you can use your tangle if you want.
Yeah, I do. I want to pass this roll so bad. Let me see. Tangle.
So you can bump up and take a D10 as one of your options if you use 3 tangle.
Yeah, that is exactly. Yo. Come on. 7.
A 7. Nice. Unexpected benefit. He says, oh, excellent. Yes, I'll have a large black, please. And Oscar, do you want anything, Oscar? And the assistant just kind of says, no, sir. Sir, we really must be moving your appointment. Elevators are right this way. And the executive says, yes, of course. All right, well, don't be late for the meeting.
We count on it. Large black, I'll be right back. And I
remember, traffic laws are optional when you're on a schedule.
All right. Give him a salute and I head out the door.
All right. Meanwhile, Mike in the elevator.
Press the button for the floor above this one.
I want to feel the sun on my face.
You frantically press the button, but you hear a shout. Excuse me, I'm running late. I need you to hold that for me, please.
As
Sure
he
thing.
slowly hits the door closed. Yeah. Exactly
I think this is going to be a roll too.
Oh no!
You've got the tango, bump it up.
That's a D3. 4.
You're gonna use some tangle.
4.
Actually, you still solve the problem, but you take some stress. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Stuff or a serious stuff? Do you think?
This would be serious. It's not nightmare. Okay. You don't know yet how much of a nightmare it might be, but.
And of course, I rolled a 3 on that. Okay.
Yeah. So the door shuts and you hear like a slam of probably the assistant trying to get his arm in.
Oh.
but the elevator starts to rise, and
I'm
briefly
also
this
going to hit
time.
the top floor button
Okay.
while I'm riding.
Hit
Okay.
every button, Mike.
Okay. Well, it rises for a moment and dings.
Actually, I'm going to hit 3 or 4 others. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
They're gonna track you, Mike.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit as many buttons as I can.
Um, it dings and opens to a dark, um, not quite a lobby, but like a security desk area. But it's like the elevator block opens into a single room that has a desk and a single door. There's dim fluorescent lights above, a couple of computer screens on the desk facing away from you, obviously, and one door, steel door with, it does have a window, but it's like one of those caged windows. Nobody present. You recognize this as the servers, the the infrastructure floor. Do you step out?
Yes.
Okay. After pressing all your buttons?
Yes.
Okay. You step out, and there's one door in this room.
I guess I'll go through that one door.
It is locked. You know that the infrastructure floor is access restricted. I don't know if I guess that might change whether you get off the elevator or not, or if you're going to try and circumvent it.
Can I ask a quick question about the
Yes.
elevator?
Yes.
There was only one elevator in the lobby. Correct.
No, it came down. There were that you could in the row that Mike came out on. There were 4. So he came down from a block of 2, but there were actually 4 in the.
Okay, so in the lobby there's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not the risk of if Mike took that elevator and is occupying it a while, that guy going to the stairs.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he
Sure.
might if he thinks it's faster. Seem to be in
Yeah.
a rush.
Speaking of, if I am to just hold the elevator door open, are there any other elevator doors on this floor?
1. There are two elevators that get you to this floor. Apparently.
If I take a quick scan around the room, you said there's a desk with a monitor on it.
Yeah, there's 2 monitors there. Keyboard. I mean, as you look over the edge of the desk, there's keyboard, mouse.
Monitors, are they like old CRTV type?
Nope, they're modern, flat screen looking.
Okay. I'm going to get out of the elevator.
Okay.
I'm going to unplug a monitor.
Okay.
I'm going to go back over to the elevator doors.
Okay.
And I'm going to listen for an elevator.
Okay. You, after like probably about 20 seconds, not long, because by the time you got the monitor unplugged and got back, you hear an elevator coming up, the one that you did not take.
Yep.
It passes you by.
Okay. All right, I'm going to hit a call button for down.
You're gonna call for down? Okay. Shortly, actually, the elevator, the one you didn't take, the one that you heard proceed, arrives, dings, opens up.
I'm going to just lift the monitor just in case.
And it's empty.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so you step in.
Yeah, I'm going to step in. I'm going to hit the bottom floor again.
Okay. Yeah, you make it to the bottom floor while you're having your tense moment there. I'm gonna say you also make it, past the lobby out, breeze past Melody, and Zoe. While that's all happening, you step out to the parking lot. It is humongous. It almost feels like the Cube farm. Although in this case, you can see the fence somewhat distantly. The fence is 9 feet tall. You do know that it is electrified. There have been break-ins before, and they take those quite seriously. The parking lot is gated, patrolled by a security booth that you've never seen anybody in, but you've definitely talked to a guard before. This parking lot follows a pretty strict hierarchy. Closest to the door are all the executives, their vehicles. There is a valet area as well, to warm up their cars for them in the winter and everything, and then entry level staff towards the outer edge, longer walk.
Well, I'm management, so I'm
So you'd be
following.
somewhere in the middle to get to your car. Assuming that there's a spot available. I mean, it's a large parking lot, but it's still sometimes not quite enough. As you step out into the dusk, nobody should leave work before sundown. You hear the distant sound of a horn? Not like a trumpet horn, like...
Horn?
Sorry?
Like a car horn?
No, not a car horn either. Like,
Brr, brr, brr.
like, yeah. Like Boromir's horn.
Brr.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I will continue to my car.
Okay. You proceed out into the parking lot, trying to remember where you parked in this mess. What's Zoe drive?
A Subaru.
Subaru. Okay. Is it bright color or is it pretty neutral?
It's probably like a dark blue Subaru Crosstrek.
Okay. Still has some color, but yeah, not.
Yeah.
You start heading out into the parking lot. Maybe every now and then hitting your alarm, trying to hear something.
With my car.
Mike, you step out into the parking lot, and as you do, both of you now actually hear dogs barking. And I think we're gonna stop there for tonight.
Oh my god.
So close to freedom.
Yeah.
In the parking lot? I thought I was free. I thought I was gonna be able to run down the street with the sun on my face.
That would be.
I mean, the sun is setting.
Oh my god.
We gotta make it out of the building and off the property.
You did see that the event zone
they told
ended
us.
at the fence.
And it was all explained in that meeting that I was definitely at.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That's a wild one. Damn.
Oh my god.
I think we'll be back here to. I mean, we can't leave Mike and Zoe in the lurch.
You gotta finish that one off.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks everyone who joined, and thanks for listening. And hope you guys had fun. Hope everybody had fun listening. What's Cody's spiel? I have license to screw it up because it's my first time. We're Corporate Crash Course at CCC RPGs on Twitter and Instagram, and Corporate Crash Course on YouTube and Twitch. Did I get it?
I think so.
All right.
I'll go with yes.
Yeah, I think that's the spiel.
All right. And we had a lot of fun playing Hostile Work Environment by Grant Howitt tonight. So thanks to my players. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you again.